Good morning. It is Tuesday, June the 22nd. You are with Heidi and Colette on First Local Mornings. We've had quite a few announcements happen over the evening hour.
Yeah.
And most notably, Bill Blair made some announcements yesterday with regards to travel, and we'll get to that as well. But today we have Minister MacLeod, who's the Minister of Sport, Tourism and Culture, and she's going to make an announcement with regards to the Ontario Summer Games that are coming up this summer. As well, Solicitor General, now I don't know if they've made a mistake with their timing, but you pointed out they're both fighting for the 10 a.m. time slot today. So
they could be like a Kirk circle and like duke it out.
Right.
Like,
you can choose whether you would like to listen to Sylvia Jones, the Solicitor General, who carries some weight to that.
Yeah.
Solicitor General, right?
Yes.
And the Solicitor General is going to be with the Minister of Finance and the Associate Minister of Mental Health as well. So we'll have all those details posted, regardless of, maybe Heidi will watch one and I'll watch the other one. Ready? We'll do rock, paper, scissors. Oh, we didn't even choose who we're doing. On today's show, we're going to talk about COVID numbers locally and provincially, the accelerated second dose of COVID-19 vaccination.
Yeah.
And Sault Police Services closed the West End side last night. So
right. Yes.
Why don't you kick it off with some COVID numbers and update everybody?
Well, you know what? Once again, we're doing all right. I mean, nothing new since what was reported for June the 19th. So the rolling totals then locally, 150,780 tests have been administered, out of which we have confirmed 398 cases. 3 of those are confirmed as being active, with one person, an Algoma resident, currently in hospital, which lists the number of resolved cases at 395, and we are still staying steady at 110 cases that have in fact screened positive for the variants of concern. Now, provincially, yesterday they reported 318 new cases of COVID-19, 12 more deaths linked to the virus, 51 new cases in Waterloo, 49 in Peel Region, and 45 in Toronto, 26 new cases in Ottawa, and 20 in Hamilton.
20 in Hamilton. Okay, well, thank you very much. Well, like I said yesterday, Bill Blair, he stepped out forward with regards to easing, from the federal government, easing restrictions. There are several procedures or steps around this reopening. So I'm going to share those with you this morning. Now, as of July the 5th, for travelers to Canada who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, you will be able to travel. You need to travel with your vaccination cards. You will not need to do the government-issued quarantine, which was costing, I think, about $1,000 or so a night.
Yeah,
it was not a cheap stay.
Sure. No.
It wasn't like, hit the Red Roof Inn or anything like that. Anyway, we used to stay there as kids. The federal government has laid out its plan to roll back some of its COVID-19 measures. And here you'll see Mr. Bill Blair, Minister, who spoke yesterday. As of July 5th at 11:59 p.m., fully vaccinated travelers may be able to forego the 14-day quarantine, including the government-authorized hotel stay, as we mentioned. However, being fully vaccinated is not automatically ensure that someone will get back into the country. Does not make it so that you might be exempt from quarantine requirements. Travelers will still be required to have suitable quarantine plan in place and be prepared to quarantine in case it is determined by the border that you do not meet those requirements.
Okay.
It makes you kind of a little uneasy about wanting to travel a little bit because you don't know what to expect when you're coming back, right? No. Because it sounds as though they're leaving a lot of this up to the border guards to say yay or nay. If they are deemed eligible, people who are allowed to enter Canada will not be required to do a day 8 test once you come back into the country. As part of the changes, travelers will also be required to disclose their vaccination status. This applies to all people seeking entry to Canada. Information required will include the brand name or any other information. You know how you get that card after you get your vaccination and they give you that piece of paper? Make sure you carry that with you at all times. If you don't have that, go back to your pharmacy or go back to the clinic in which you had your vaccination and get that piece of information. To be considered for the exemption, the travelers must have received a vaccine that is currently approved for use in Canada and must have received all required doses at least 14 days before leaving the country.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the highlights from Minister Bill Blair yesterday. We're going to continue following this, but this is July 5th. Again, we were supposed to open up and ease restrictions on June the 21st. That got postponed to July 21st. So starting July 5th, these are the new restrictions.
Okay.
Hopefully by July 21st, we'll have our passport and I can take you to Applebee's.
And TJ Maxx.
And TJ Maxx.
Don't
It's
cut
just across the parking
Maxx
lot.
out.
Just across the parking lot.
Well, that makes it convenient. Very handy.
Totes my goats.
Handy and tasty, apparently. But okay, well, you know what? They are accelerating eligibility and availability for the second dose.
Good.
You know, they're saying that because I think we hit the number, the 75%.
We did
right?
over the weekend, yeah.
So the majority now of adults having received a first dose of the vaccine, and over 3 million doses, 3 million doses of the Moderna vaccine arriving this month. The province is continuing to accelerate the vaccine rollout by expanding eligibility for second doses ahead of schedule. So, summary of that, and this is of course posted to the website, so if you don't want to go through it like item by item, please do go to SiouxOnline.com. The summary of the accelerated eligibility to book a second dose is as follows. So as of yesterday, Monday, June 21st at 8 a.m., all Ontarians who have received their first dose of an mRNA COVID-19 vaccination on or before May 9th will be eligible to book or rebook their second dose appointment at a shortened interval. As of tomorrow's date, which will be Wednesday, June 23rd at 8 a.m., individuals who received their first dose of an mRNA vaccine on or before May 30th and who live in its catchment area of one of the 10 public health units identified as Delta hotspots, those being Durham, Halton, Hamilton, Peel, Porcupine, Simcoe, Muskoka, Toronto, Waterloo, Wellington, Dufferin, Guelph, and York Public, they will be eligible to book or rebook their second dose appointment at a shortened interval. And then starting the week of June 28th, this is why you're going to want to go to the website.
No, you're doing, I've got it, June 28th, May 14th.
Sure. June 28th, all Ontarians ages 18 and over who have received their first dose, again, of an mRNA COVID-19 vaccine, will be eligible to book their second dose appointments. So the appointment will be scheduled at least 28 days after the first dose, as this is the recommended interval.
Yep.
Okay, so, you know, they did also provide some information with regards to AstraZeneca. So in addition, effective June 14th, individuals who received their first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine are also eligible to receive a second dose of a COVID-19 vaccine at an interval of 8 to 12 weeks with informed consent. So this could, of course, include, if you choose, a second dose of AstraZeneca or an mRNA vaccine. So,
okay.
All right.
Flipping and flopping vaccinations. All right, we're going to hit a quick commercial, but when we come back, I want to talk to you about a fully vaccinated woman in Kitchener who actually passed away from COVID-19 at a long-term care home.
Yeah.
Also, today's the day that Paul Bernardo stands trial again to get released for, and you'll remember he is charged with several murders and rapes dating back a few years now. And we have an update on the man who brutally killed that family in London as well. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
First Local, supported by YDoc Detailing. Call YDoc Detailing at 249-356-6688 to book an appointment for detailing or paint correction services today. When social distancing, remember, stay at least 6 feet away and wear your mask. Help save lives.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Yeah.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. It is Tuesday, June 22nd. Yes, you just did see me frantically checking the date on the agenda.
Hi, you did very well. I mean,
Hey!
it's June 22. We're wearing tutus under the desk.
Tutu. So, lots of talk about vaccinations,
Yeah.
but there is a moment of pause, a
Yeah.
moment of concern, yes.
Absolutely. So yesterday this came through the Canadian press, and it was talking about a fully vaccinated woman in her 90s who lives in Kitchener at a long-term care home. Now, there is an outbreak at this long-term care home presently. They don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Specifically, this is the village of Winston Park, like I said, where there is an outbreak of the virus between staff and residents of the home. This is the first death during the most recent outbreak. Schlegel Villages, which runs the home, posted on its website that the woman had only shown mild symptoms, but as we have seen through the course of the pandemic, the virus can change very quickly.
Yes.
Waterloo Region, which includes Kitchener, has seen a high number of cases in the past week. Health officials say the highly transmissible Delta variant is wreaking havoc and playing a very widespread role in the virus right now.
Okay.
So the woman lived at the village where there's currently an outbreak. There are 9 cases at the home, 4 among staff, 5 among residents. Again, she was fully vaccinated, and they are looking into that. So I don't know of any idea of what type of vaccination she received. I don't have any other information, but I will be following up on this, and we'll
Yes.
bring you more as it unravels.
Okay. Okay, and then one more item, and then we'll move on from the COVID-19.
Yes.
Public Health Sudbury and Districts is advising the public of a potential high-risk exposure to COVID-19 at a recent social gathering. The health unit says it impacts anyone who went to Morgan Beach, located on Morgan Road between Chelmsford and Dowling, on June 16th between the times of 2:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. Those who did attend are advised to get tested for COVID-19 before June 23rd. The health unit says if you develop symptoms before then, you should get tested as soon as possible. The health unit says even if you test negative, to stay home and self-isolate up to and including June 30th. Everyone else in your household is to stay home as well, except for essential reasons.
Okay, thank you very much. I am going to look into, on the commercial break, I did receive some information about uncovering some more body remains of children and at residential schools.
Okay.
So I am not ignoring that. I did just popped up on my screen, so I'm going to look into that at commercial break. Right now, we're just going to stick with Sault Police Services, who were pretty busy on the West End last night, and saw 2 people in, what are those called? Handcuffs. That's what they're called. At least 2 individuals could be seen taken away from their house in handcuffs. We have reached out to Sault Police for comment, waiting back, and there you'll see the Batmobile. Heavily armed officers from Sault Police Services Emergencies Response Unit and detectives could be seen in front of the home. There you'll see the 2 men there who were taken away in handcuffs. Shortly before 6 p.m., the ballistics vehicle, the Batmobile, as well as approximately 8 other police service units could be seen, and vehicles could be seen in front of the home. A single fire truck and an ambulance could be seen near the corner of People's Road and Second Line West. And typically what they do is they hang back just in case they are needed, but they don't block the area. So all services were required yesterday. Previous setups like this lead us to believe that there was a warrant of some sort was being executed at the location. Dan Gray, your reporter with your hostess with the mostest. You'll have some more on that for you when Lincoln Loaded, the comms manager, returns his calls, which he will because he's awesome.
No doubt.
Over to you, my friend.
Yesterday we did bring to you a story about a 5-year-old girl who sustained life-threatening injuries and remained in life-threatening condition in hospital in Toronto after attending a birthday party where there was a shooting involved and a number of people were injured. They have provided an update in this moment. So the police say 2 children who were injured in the shooting at the birthday party in Toronto have in fact been released from the hospital, while a 5-year-old girl remains in critical condition. Police say that a 23-year-old man who was shot in the leg also remains in hospital. The police have said they were called to a home in northwest Toronto about 8 p.m. on Saturday as per a shooting at a birthday for a 1-year-old boy. They say the boy was grazed by a bullet while an 11-year-old boy was shot in the buttocks. Police have not yet identified the alleged shooters, other than to say there are multiple suspects. Investigators are asking the public to contact the police, of course, if they have any information with regards to the shooting.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, let's move over to London, Ontario. Yesterday, Nathaniel Veltman, who's 20 years old and charged with terrorism charges, 4 charges of first-degree murder, 1 charge of second-degree murder, was up for video bail or for video conferencing with the judge again. He didn't, as of yesterday, he hadn't made a plea yet. He has no lawyer, which is another problem. But the man facing the terrorism charges, allegedly targeting and killing a Muslim family with his truck in southwestern Ontario, he did have his case adjourned for yet another week. Police had said the attack on June 6 was motivated by hate, and again, they did upgrade those charges to include terrorism. The couple's 9-year-old son, Fayez, he is out of the hospital. He's staying with family members at the moment. Again, just the update is that it was pushed back till next week. I think I read somewhere June 28th, but I'm not too sure about that, but it is pushed back for another week. You know what, with the addition of adding the terrorism charges and him not having a plea or a lawyer, I assume that's what's holding the court up now. Also, I don't know if there's some maybe mental issues there as well. I'm not too sure.
Okay, we'll bring it back to the local area. On June 19th, officers with patrol services did charge 24-year-old Jake Nicholson with robbery. It is alleged around 8:33 a.m. victims observed the accused stealing wire from their backyard in the 200 block of Elmwood Avenue. When they confronted him, he threatened them with a hatchet and fled the area. So officers located the accused around 9:04 a.m. and he was arrested. At the time of the arrest, the accused was in possession of an e-bike that was reported stolen on June 18th. He is charged with robbery, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, assault with a weapon, possession of a property obtained by crime, and breach of recognizance. He was held for bail court.
I like that word too.
Recognizance.
It is a robust word.
Yes,
Recognizance is robust and zesty. Okay, construction fundamentals training starting July 26th. My son's going into apprenticeship program, and at Sault College, we'll find out more about that in an electrician. But I always felt that trades were the way to go. Now, the Sault Community Career Center, in conjunction with the Sault Ste. Marie Construction Association, are working together and excited to announce another year of Build This City. You build this city. No? Not feeling it this morning? All right. The next training session... Tough crowd in here today. The training session starts Monday, July 26th. Participant applications are being accepted until July the 9th. If you apply after that date, you'll be pushed to the next training session. Built This City is a skills advance. I'm feeling it. I'm singing it. I don't care. Ontario Workforce Development Project designed for Sault Ste. Marie. It gives job seekers free short-term construction fundamentals. And helps them get work and advance in the local construction sector. But it also shows those employers, these are your up-and-coming youngsters who are getting into trades, and helps them out. So Monty McNaughton, my favorite Minister of Labour Training and Skills Development, said that despite COVID-19 pandemic, construction is an industry that will continue to see a heavy demand for workers for many years to come, and learn more about exciting careers in the world of construction.
Up-and-coming young apprentices.
Yes, right? Connor is going to be one. I'm so
You
very
say you
proud.
don't know me or recognize my face.
We
say you don't care who goes
now she
to
wants
that
to sing.
kind of place.
Now you want to sing. You didn't want to sing when I was
Only so I can say knee-deep in the hoopla. Come on.
knee deep in the hoopla. And with that, we'll be right back with more singing from Heidi and Colette. Oh, and some more news.
Yes.
First Local, supported by James Seaton Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from Mad Canada.
Let's see. So, kidney is a... These are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Welcome back to First Local Mornings with Heidi and Colette on this beautiful Tuesday, June the 22nd. We are going to throw to a quick weather update and come back to some news. Okay, looks like a beautiful week ahead. What about you? You got some more beautiful news that you would like to share? Or would you like to sing another song?
No, I'm done singing for the day.
Why?
I
It's only
think-
8:30. We got a whole day of singing.
Yes, well, yes.
Perhaps not.
Karaoke. Woot. No, but you know what is exciting is
What?
there's been an adjustment, an addition to the city transit schedule
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
the summer. So every Saturday and Sunday, beginning on June 26th, Sault Transit will offer service to the Pointe de Chêne Day Park. So 3 buses per day will operate from the downtown terminal to the Northern Avenue transfer point at Sault College and then to Pointe de Chêne Day Park. The bus will operate on weekends, including statutory holidays in which transit operates. So for anyone traveling to the Pointe de Chêne Day Park utilizing city transit, regular fees apply, so it's $3 each way. Children under the ages of 12 are free when accompanied by a responsible adult, so a minimum of 16 years of age or older. Responsible adult, okay. Users of the beach should note that there is no lifeguard on duty and all relevant transit rules apply. In addition to the Pointe de Chêne bus, the city will begin its Summer Best for Kids program, which provides free transit for one adult and children to access some of the city's best family attractions, including the pump track, skateboard park, splash pad, the Manzo and Greco pools, and customers must inform the driver upon entry in order to receive this service. So customers are asked to continue to respect onboard protocols and signage at all times. A number of seats will continue to be restricted for use to allow for physical distancing. Masks are required when traveling on city transit. So for more information, do just go to their website, saultstmarie.ca/transit, or you can call them directly at 759-5438 or email them at transi@cityssm.on.ca.
Awesome. We just had this conversation the other day about how much it takes to ride the bus, because I wasn't privy to what the 2021 fee was to ride the bus. It's $3 per ride.
Oh, I just thought that's because Pointe de Chêne is a bit of a hike.
Oh, I didn't know. I think I'm not too sure. Actually,
I don't know.
And that kids under 12 can ride for free or
That's
something.
very
which is
cool.
awesome. Yeah, so just let the bus driver know when you get on the bus, hey, we're heading to the splash pad. Have you ever been to the pump track?
No,
It's
but you know
fun.
who does go is my nephew goes quite often.
Oh, the one that knows
Zane.
Dante.
Yeah, Zane.
Dante loves it. Gives me anxiety watching that happen because
Was it just like a bouncy track?
It is, but I'm the helicopter mom that just can't handle it. I'll admit
Well,
it.
you're also the one that has to deal with the resulting injuries, so I'm sensitive to that.
You're
I get it.
absolutely correct. You're
I'm hip.
absolutely correct.
I'm with it.
I'm hip. Now, speaking of moms and injuries, and I've got a hockey update for you because I am a hockey mom, and there's another one every time someone goes to hit my kid on the boards. I'm like, no. Anyway, the Sault Thunderbirds have announced today that they have acquired forward and Sault Ste. Marie native Cole oh boy, sorry Cole, we're gonna slow this down a little bit. De La Robbie. Thank you. From information I could have used yesterday. Sorry. Della Robbie from the Espanola Express in exchange for a player development fee. Della Borri, who stands 6'1" and weighs 190 pounds, played for the past 2 seasons with the Espanola Express from 2019 to 2021. Let's see, Jamie Henderson, who we all know, says he's really excited to welcome Cole to the team and bring him home for his final season of junior hockey. Isn't that nice? Oh, as a mom, my heart just melted. Bringing my baby home to watch him. We will be following you throughout the season, Cole. In 2 seasons, he played with the Express. Della Borri found the back of the net 11 times, and his team first mentality and strong work ethic. So it sounds like a strong young man. Welcome back to the Sioux, Cole.
Yay.
Can't wait to watch you snipe,
sure.
dangle, snap, Selly.
Yes.
Yes, she says. Yes. One more story before we hit a commercial break.
Okay. Well then, Algoma Public
Snipe, dangle,
Health.
Selly me, baby.
So there is going to be a supplementary vaccination clinic that will be hosted at the Indian Friendship Center. And the Sault Ste. Marie Indian Friendship Center and the Mamwasiang North Shore Community Center Services are co-hosting this COVID-19 vaccination clinic on Wednesday, June 23rd for the urban Indigenous population 18 years and older. So this includes First Nation, Métis, and Inuit in Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area. Appointments are also open to the general population. So to make an appointment for this clinic, please do call 542-5382. Phone lines will open at 9 a.m. on June 22nd. So at 9 a.m. today, that phone line is going to go live. So they are asking that if you do not get a response from them, to please leave a message and you will be called back as soon as possible.
Thank you very much, Heidi. We are going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Paul Bernardo, as well as with regards to a man who has passed away after a tornado has touched down near Montreal.
Okay.
And I did find a little bit of information about the Brandon's former residential schools for graves turns to elders for clues, as it looks like there's another 100 remains found. We'll be right back after this quick break.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
This large male sports a wide trimming black fur
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Together we can reduce the spread of COVID-19. Taking the bus? Picking up a prescription? Getting groceries? Stay 2 meters apart at all times. Save lives.
Welcome back. You have reached, sorry, I am thrown right off. I apologize. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, June 22. You're with Heidi Collette on First Local Mornings. We're going to hit top of the hour, just in case you missed the beginning of the show. Sault Police Services were very busy on the West End on Patrick Street yesterday. Around 6 o'clock, that massive ballistic vehicle was seen, as long as 8 police units was seen on your screen here. You will see 2 men eventually being handcuffed and taken out. A single fire truck ambulance could be seen near the corner of Peoples Road and 2nd Line West. Again, they do this just as a precautionary effort in case they are required, but stay clear of the scene so that police services can do their job. Previous setups like this lead us to believe that there was a warrant out for someone's arrest, and clearly someone was arrested, as 2 were taken away with handcuffs.
Okay. I'm going to circle back and just bring you up to date for those of you who may have joined late. Our COVID numbers are still very encouraging. We have not had a new case reported since the 19th, and that case, number 398, was listing contact as, cause of exposure as close contact, reported to be self-isolating. So no new cases then since Saturday. Local totals, 150,780 tests have been administered, out of which we have confirmed 398 cases. 3 of those are considered to be active, with 1 person, an Algoma resident, currently in hospital. We have resolved 395 cases and have remained steady at 110 cases that have screened positive for the variants of concern. Provincially, 318 new cases of COVID-19 reported yesterday, 12 more deaths related to the virus. Health Minister Christine Elliott did advise there were 51 new cases in Waterloo, 49 in the Peel region and 45 in Toronto, 26 new cases in Ottawa and 20 in Hamilton.
Thank you very much.
So still progressing in what I would consider to be an optimal direction.
Yeah, I mean, we only had about 200 in the entire province yesterday, and that we were hitting 200 in Hamilton at one point, right? So, good news. Also, if you missed it at the top of the hour, Canada, Bill Blair, Minister of, what is his exact portfolio? He does.
Bill Blair?
Bill Blair takes care of all your safety and security needs for this fine country of Canada. And he let us know yesterday that on July the 5th, travelers to Canada will be eased around the restrictions with regards to toing and froing. But you do need to be still an essential part of the workforce, or going to school, or perhaps a job. They haven't eased the... What are you smiling at?
Toing
My
and
toing
froing? Is that like an official term? Is that official, or is that like...
I believe Bill Blair might have said that yesterday.
Toing and froing. There'll be no toing and froing.
Yes, there will be there is some toing and froing allowed to happen on July the 5th. But you need to carry your vaccination cards. Okay, but we already have those little yellow things that we always lose when you have to fill out your kids' stuff at home. And you're like, damn it, where is that vaccination card?
You don't have your vaccination cards. You might too, but you definitely won't be throwing on the flip side of your tooing.
You can too, but you won't be throw, because border guards have that ability to say yay or nay.
That's right.
So that is what's going on today. So far, this earpiece keeps falling out, so we're just
and there was that high-risk exposure in Sudbury.
Yes, well,
so you know,
you said it like so bad. There was that high. There's a lot of toing and froing.
Pursuing to the toing and froing. If you were in Sudbury, there was a high-risk exposure reported on Morgan Beach. Okay, so anyone who went to Morgan Beach, which is located on Morgan Road between Chelmsford and Dowling on June 16th, between 2:30 p.m. and 8 p.m., you are advised to get tested for COVID-19 before June 23rd, so before tomorrow. The health unit says that if you develop symptoms before then, you should get tested as soon as possible. The health unit further says that even if you test negative, you must stay home and self-isolate up to and including June 30th. The same applies to everyone else in your household. They are to stay home as well, except for essential reasons. So again, a high-risk exposure to COVID-19 as reported by Sudbury's health unit.
Awesome. And Minister Bill Blair, he's the emergency preparedness minister, and keeps us safe.
Yes.
By the way.
Well, it seems
sorry
important.
that I didn't have the technical. That pains me that I made an error there. You understand that?
I do.
Because you know I'm a geek when it comes to
I don't know. I mean, you dazzle me every day with your political prowess.
But so I just could not remember that.
I wouldn't even have noticed that.
Oh, well, it was, my heart was going, oh my God, Colette, come on. Anyway, also, let's speak about our Minister of Heritage, Lisa MacLeod, just sport, tourism, and culture. She's speaking at 10 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
And she's going tete-a-tete, head-to-head with Sylvia Jones, Solicitor General, who is making an announcement with regards to, she's with our mental health minister as well, but Minister MacLeod's making an announcement with regards to our Ontario Summer Games. Now, the actual Olympic Games are coming up in a couple of weeks as well, so we're going to touch on that throughout the week. They have allowed fans to attend the games, depending on the size of the the stadium in which the event will be held. So we'll have some more information on that.
Okay.
Let's get Paul Bernard out of the way, shall we? I know it's not really a fun topic at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or any time of day. Bernardo's horrific crimes included the murders of Christian French and Leslie Mahaffey, as you will remember. Bernardo's horrific crimes in the 1980s and early 1990s include kidnapping, torturing, and killing of Miss Kristen French and Leslie Mahaffey. The designated dangerous offender has been eligible for full parole for more than 3 years, but relatives of the victims are adamant that he should never be allowed out of prison. They will be making that case to the Parole Board of Canada, which took just 30 minutes to reject his release back in October of 2018. That's him right there. You'll see him. Gives me the goosebumps looking at his face. Bernardo is serving a life sentence for first-degree murder, kidnapping, and aggravated sexual assault, among a plethora of other offenses, including killing his sister-in-law, I do believe.
Yep.
His wife, or estranged wife, is now living in Montreal with a different face and a family.
Yep. Different name.
A different name. She's living all happy and free. Yep. Anyway, we'll follow up on this. Hopefully we don't have anything other to say other than he's still in jail.
That's right.
Over to you, my friend.
Well, let's talk about the 7th annual Science Festival, because it's launching again here in Sault Ste. Marie. So it's back for another year of science, technology, and fun.
You and I love our science and math technology.
Well, you know, I mean.
But you don't like math.
Well, I don't like math. No, that's true. I can't explain that away. I can't explain that away at all.
I don't like math either. We're English people.
But what I am excited about is it's encompassing such a significant group of really groovy agencies locally. Like the partnership that's bringing this forward is really tremendous. So it will take place, of course, virtually. It started yesterday, June 21st, and it will go until Saturday the 26th. And it's shining the spotlight on science among children, teens, and adults by offering an opportunity to celebrate the sciences in a fun, interactive, and welcoming setting for all ages. So, list of partners. Hold on to your hats, because check this out. Algoma University, the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, Entomica, Invasive Species Centre, Natural Resources Canada, the Canadian Forest Service, specifically, the Department of Fisheries, Oceans, Sault College, the Innovation Center, the MNR and Forestry, Public Library, and Science North as the managing partners.
You've covered all areas of Sault Ste. Marie in there.
Now, if that weren't enough, no, it's fun because I really get into trivia nights. So you're to join the community for engaging, fun science events, including It's Not Rocket Science Trivia Night. So this is hosted by the James L. McIntyre Centennial Library tomorrow night, so Wednesday, June 23rd at 7 p.m. For the annual Science Carnival, where you can watch exciting live shows and a library of awesome videos showcasing cool science from all of Sault Ste. Marie Science Festival partners throughout the whole week. If you missed any of that information, it is posted to our website along with some really snazzy quotes and, excitement, building amongst the partners who are so excited to bring this to you.
It is an awesome event, and glad that they're holding that virtually and keeping the community engaged, just like our Sault Ste. Marie Museum, who's doing a lot to keep the community engaged as well. So congratulations to all partners involved. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about how Canada has extended India's flight ban. Again, I want to touch on the man who has died after a tornado touchdown in Montreal. And there was an arrest made in that children's birthday party in that shooting yesterday that we just received information on. So we're going to come back. But you have some lyrical factoids to get to when we get back as well.
Back to music, babies. Yeah.
We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Don't click it, Mike. It's a scam.
Oh, hi, Voice of Reason. It looks legit.
Don't click. Listen to your voice of reason before you act.
I deleted it.
Canada.ca/BScamSmart can help.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Good morning. Welcome back to First Local AM with Heidi and Colette on this beautiful Taco Tuesday, as I saw Tony put into our social media chat. So good morning to everyone. Make some tacos today. Now, we both like trivia and quizzes, but you know what else I really love, Heidi?
My factoids.
Your factoids. So why don't you throw one at me?
All right. Actually, I was they're kind of neat today.
They're neat every day.
They are, but I hold myself to a specific standard, and I have to admit that I was excited to take a sip of my desk coffee.
Oh, here we go.
And the cream had curdled, like it was thick and nasty and
really
very hard to recover from. And
wow.
So yeah, I struggled, but I've risen to the occasion, as did the curdled cream in my cup.
Is that the factoid?
No. Well, that's a Heidi factoid. I'm flying on dangerously low levels of caffeination. But
well, I did offer you my almond milk one, and you gave me like it was tarnished.
I was still trying to recover from my intense disappointment. Oh. So those of you who know me know I love my coffee, and that was a very sad moment indeed. Well, Dan, if you're watching, I'm sending up the bat signal.
Send her a coffee.
Okay.
And factoid me, lady. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
June 22nd, 2011. It was reported in the Irish press that Bono's wandering peahen was causing havoc for some South Dublin residents. The peahen, the less spectacular colored female partner to a male peacock, had arrived in the Ardmore housing estate in Killarney. I need your parents.
We need my parents. Mom and Dad, if you're watching,
near to where the
send a translation.
So, one newspaper ran the headline. I don't. Well, yeah. Okay.
Say it. It's okay.
One newspaper ran the headline. Bono's cock drives me nuts. Local woman Susan McKeon said she noticed the bird at night. It had a tiny head and a huge body. It was actually quite ugly, but I don't think it's fully grown.
Oh, poor Bono's cock is not fully grown. That's terrible.
Okay.
I was just Googling how many. You Sorry, we're still thinking about that headline. How long you two have been together?
You two? Mm-hmm. Me too.
Not you two, as in Bono. You two? Me?
Okay.
What?
Okay, social media. All right.
Look into that.
You know who brings it all together, who beats everybody to the punch? Giselle Tchaikovsky.
Oh, man.
She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Giselle. Congratulations on being the first one in this morning.
Giselle. And hi, Daisy. Hi, Daisy.
Oh, Daisy's feeling better.
Daisy was not feeling well yesterday, so we're sending Daisy kisses.
Daisy is their lovely little dog. Yeah. We love Daisy.
Yeah.
Feel better, Daisy. Inika, for all the way from the Netherlands.
Beautiful.
Good morning, all, with 2 exclamation points. Yeah, it's Tuesday, so thumbs up. We got a coffee. We got a cookie and a tulip.
Oh, I have a coffee. You don't have a coffee. That's a friend.
Jen Buchan says, good morning, with a cup of coffee and a sunshine. We did cover a story yesterday.
I was just going to say,
Jen Buchan. Yes. I hope that the bottle drive is going well.
Yes.
We do have an article with regards to Jen and her daughter Riley.
I'm going to touch on that after social media.
Good. We're going to run that again then, Jen.
Absolutely. We're going to run it every day, I think.
Yeah. Thank you for touching in, and it's great to see you, and good morning to you. Jim Whitty offers top of the morning to you all from the bottom of the heap.
Top of the morning, and an Irish reference after we just learned about
bottom
Bono's.
Of the heap, Jim, buddy. Chris Bridges says, good morning. Fun fact, Hawaiian pizza was created in Ontario, Canada by Greek immigrant Sam Panopoulos in 1962. Is that...
Okay, can we talk about pineapple on a pizza?
I don't want to talk about
I do, because up until maybe 2 years ago, excuse me while I interrupt your social media for this Pineapple Express, but I did not think fruit belonged on a pizza until I had it with hot peppers. Pineapple belongs on a pizza. What do you guys think? Let us know. All right. That was a pause for the cause.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you for that, Chris. I had no idea.
Thank you, Chris.
I'm going to, I feel obligated. I'm going to look that up, but awesome. Awesome. Ontario, Canada.
You have trust issues, eh?
I think push comes to shove, everybody has trust issues somewhere for some reason, and I'm moving on. Merci beaucoup says good morning with the little gratitude,
Good morning.
and the purple heart. So blessed to be alive today, thinking of our recent deaths due to overdose and crime. We have had some very bad news for an extended period of time. It's true. Tony Mancuso salutes her. Good morning, my friend. Oh, here it comes too. The sun coming up between two great huge tracts of land.
You know what? I don't think you said it yesterday.
I did once.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you.
I hope nobody gets tired of hearing it, because I can guarantee you I'm never going to get tired of saying it. So,
I think you did it well.
And then Merci responds with morning to you both. Back at Tony. Tony says, good morning, everyone. Again, the tracts of land are ever on display with the sun coming up between the two mountainous
You're only allowed to say it
peaks.
once.
Well, that's why I changed it up. I varied it. I switched the words.
You can do whatever you want. I'm just poking.
It looks like a great start to Taco Tuesday, or for some, Tanker Tuesday with 2 steins of beer. Very nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Tanker Tuesday. Okay. Margaret McKeag says, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret. Steve Childs.
Oh,
good morning. Okay, so GMA, good morning all.
Gotcha.
HAGTT, so have a great Taco Tuesday.
Nice.
And then he spells it out because he would have just exploded my brain. Don't forget to buy your Lotto Max for tonight.
No, shh, don't say it. I have a ticket for tonight.
And good luck all. Kimberly.
There's no Lotto tonight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Kimberly shouts us out from her vacation with her intended.
Right. She's got her 2 weeks off, right?
Sunning, frolicking, having a fantastic time,
awesome.
no doubt. She sends a little grin. She sends a sun with a face, a bouquet, a dog, and a glass of wine.
All good things. All good things.
I hope you're having fun, and I hope that the weather is lovely for you. And then we have Pauline from Echo Bay rounding it out. Good morning, ladies. 3 cups of coffee.
Yeah, get her a cup of coffee. Again, the bat signal is out, Dan. If you are watching or listening or coming into the studio, please bring Heidi a double. Somebody. But you're doing awesome without your coffee.
Yeah, I know.
Even though I did
So
offer
far,
you-
nobody has been, caused to bleed, so that's good. All right, well.
Okay, well, before we get to that, why don't we...
Before I start cutting people.
I know, eh? And by the way, you two's been together since 1976. 45.
As long as that, eh?
That's what it says on That's what it says on the old Googs. So 45 years, super relevant, super hip, super good looking, super Irish.
Well, yeah.
And she says, yeah. We'll be right back after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're not done.
The COVID-19 pandemic in Canada is serious. We must continue to practice all public health measures. Follow local guidelines for gatherings. Maintain physical distancing. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and download the COVID Alert app. If you have symptoms, even mild ones, stay home. Protect yourself and others. We've come too far to stop now.
A message from the Government of Canada.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
When social distancing, remember, stay at least 6 feet away and wear your mask. Help save lives.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings with Colette and Heidi. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, June the 22nd. We are sitting at the time stamp of 8:52.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, last week I did give you 2 bits of information with regards to the evolving situation. Linda O'Leary, who is, of course, the wife of well-known businessman Kevin O'Leary. So there was an accident. She was driving a boat that did strike another boat. Unfortunately, it did result in some loss of life and other significant injuries. So the trial did start, and then they have Greenspan. That's his name, right?
Oh, yes, Brian Greenspan, a very well-known lawyer.
Yeah, very well-known lawyer, a high-profile lawyer, has really managed some high-profile cases. So a witness had come forward saying, because initially I believe the defense was, okay, well, the boat that got hit didn't have lights on.
Yeah.
So witness did say, oh, no. There were all kinds of lights on. All of the lights were on. Well, now all of a sudden, the passenger can't recall precisely which lights were on. Okay, so she's saying, so the woman, and this woman was on the boat during the fatal collision. What a horrific event that must have been.
Yeah.
On a central Ontario lake, acknowledged under cross-examination that she can't clearly recall how many of the boat's lights were on when it was struck by the other vessel. So this woman, the witness, is Susan Oricchio, and she was testifying, of course, at the trial. And Linda O'Leary has been charged under the Canadian Shipping Act in connection with this incident. So initially, yes, so here it is. Initially, August 24th, 2019 is when the accident happened. She said that it had all of its lights on, including at the time of the collision. However, again, under cross-examination, she acknowledged telling prosecutors in a statement this past April that she couldn't say for sure which lights were on aside from the boat's computerized boat panel, which would make it, because those lakes get dark.
Didn't she write, or didn't someone already write their testimony on this? Like, didn't they already sign off on which light was on the boat? Now they don't remember?
Well, I mean, somewhere between
in the courtroom.
Somewhere between making your statement, I guess, which is the part I would assume is what you sign off on. This is what happened. This is my version of events.
But now she can't remember.
Now she's not sure.
Okay.
So, and really, the status of the boat's light is a central point in the case for obvious reasons.
Of course.
You know, the defense is suggesting, of course, that the boat was not visible at the time of the collision because the lights were off. And again, 3 people injured, 2 people were killed. So yeah, and she's pleading not guilty. No, she's pleading not guilty. An agreed statement of facts said she was operating the boat when the collision took place, and her husband was also aboard. So we will continue to bring you information.
And I do believe she did admit to having 1 drink. She didn't blow over or anything like that as well. That is, but not to take away. Now, I've got 2 stories out of Toronto I want to share. One just popped up, and I'd like to share it. Toronto police to unveil its result of its biggest ever international drug bust this morning. So we'll be following that throughout the news this hour, which we bring you all the updated news at the top of each hour starting at 11 a.m. And then we have our 5 p.m. newscast, which we have revamped, and ask you to join us for that, for all your local news. Toronto Police Service will be revealing more details today about the largest drug takedown in the service's history.
Wow.
Police Chief James Raymer will announce the results of Project Brisa at 10 a.m. The 6-month project led to the arrest of 20 people, including 1 young person, and the seizure of more than 1,000 kilos of illicit drugs. I said it, kilos. Holy hell. Raymer will be joined by Ontario Provincial Police, I bet, Chief Superintendent Paul Mackay, or Mackey, I think, or just M-A-C-K-E, so Mackey, sorry, not Mackay. York Regional Police Chief James McSween, and the Canada Border Service Agency, which makes it international. See what I did there? Bill Blair, Emergency Preparedness and Security man, see? I remember it's locked in. Okay, now with regards to that children's birthday party yesterday, or on the weekend, they have made an arrest. A 24-year-old man has been arrested after the shooting over a birthday party. Like, ridiculous. Toronto police say the man facing charges was also injured in the shooting that sent a 5-year-old to the hospital in critical condition. Police said they were called to a home when they had around 8 o'clock Saturday for a shooting at a birthday party for a 1-year-old boy. 2 children. A 1-year-old boy was grazed by a bullet, and an 11-year-old was shot in the buttocks, as we reported earlier, but just to let you know that someone has been arrested.
Okay.
So, Heidi, take it away. This
Well, we
show's
do-
almost over for this
We
Taco
have
Tuesday.
one more factoid, and then 3 people have popped
Okay.
up on social media, so we'll circle back around to make sure that no person is left in the void.
That's so
no
kind
one.
of you.
No one gets left in the void.
No one gets left behind when it comes to hiding color.
June 22nd, 2016.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant told a court hearing the Stairway to Heaven copyright dispute that he had a dim memory of the time.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's saying he had a dim memory of the time that the song was written.
Why?
Plant also said he could not remember meeting the band Spirit, who claimed, and I touched on this before,
I was
right?
going to say, this sounds vaguely familiar from another
So this
which
is Robert Plant now. We talked about Jimmy Page the last time. Now we're talking about Robert Plant, which is why, see, I bring it all full circle. I bring it
It's like
round.
she's planned it.
Okay, so he's saying not only did he have a dim recollection of the time the song was written, he also said he couldn't actually remember meeting the band Spirit, who claimed that the band stole their guitar riff on Stairway to Heaven in the 70s. I don't have a recollection of almost anyone I've hung out with, said Plant, causing roars of laughter in the court. The case was brought on behalf of Spirit's late guitarist, Randy Wolf. His estate claimed the opening riff of the 1968 song Taurus is fundamentally the same as the iconic opening of the bars of Stairway to Heaven.
Awesome. We have 1 minute left. Why don't you dive into the void and talk about what's going on our social media for this fine Taco Tuesday.
All right,
I can't believe an hour's gone by already.
Just like that.
Just like
Time
that.
flies when you're having fun. Okay, so we've
50
gotten as far as Pauline, our
Yes,
friend
Echo
out
Bay.
in sunny Echo Bay. Joseph Bertrand is responding to my chunky coffee by suggesting Clouds in My Coffee, of course, a great song.
Yeah.
You know,
Tears on My Pillow sounds kind of like.
well, you're so vain, the clouds in my coffee.
Probably
Anyway, and he
song
gives
is
the
about you,
and
about
he gives
you,
the little
about
green
you.
vomitous face, which
Yes,
is
absolutely.
nearly my reaction. Jim,
I was giggling.
I had a bad coffee in a cafe once, and I said that it tasted like mud. The waitress said that it should. It was ground this morning.
Quick, you got 7 seconds.
Debbie
Is there
Doucette
another-
says, Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tuesday,
A
Debbie.
myriad of emojis are offered. We're out for today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good Tuesday. See you on Hump Day, y'all.